Good morning. Welcome to Nuggets of Gold. Well, at least it's morning for me. I'm sitting here in the parking lot at my fitness center, ready to get some exercise on this morning. Got the beard being a little scraggly, maybe a little morning voice going on. I don't know. But wanted to get another nugget in this week. And so here we are. Let me ask you this question. This question's on my mind again. My last video, I said I'm going to be speaking at a friend's church this coming Sunday. And so I have some different thoughts and different pictures in my mind. This comes from another one of those pictures. If God was going to write a love letter, this is a question for you. If God was going to write a love letter to give to the world, to tell them about his love, what do you think he would write in that letter? If God was going to write a love letter, what would he write in that letter to tell the world about his love? Now, you might default automatically to the Bible and say God did write a letter, but in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, we have a different answer, and it is pretty stunning. It's pretty shocking, and it's pretty amazing. 2 Corinthians 3, verse 3, Paul writes this, and when he uses the word you, it's a plural you. It's like a y'all. As he's writing to this church in the city of Corinth, he's speaking to the Christians, to the believers, and he says, you show that you are a letter from Christ, delivered by us, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not on tablets of stone, but on tablets of human hearts. If God wanted to write a love letter to the world, to tell the world about his love, what would he write down? And this answer right here is Paul says he would write you into those people's lives. You are a letter from Christ. Is exactly what he says here in verse 3. That's the quote. You are a letter from Christ, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God. This is amazing. When God wanted to communicate to the world what his love looked like, how his love lived, how his holiness lived, what his holiness looked like, when he wanted to write a letter to show his affection, to show his care and compassion for the world, he wrote his people. He sent his people. You are a letter from Christ, delivered by us. Paul's referring to when he had preached the gospel to them, they had accepted Jesus, they had surrendered their lives to Jesus, and now Paul delivers them out into their culture. The people of God are a letter, a love letter from Christ, about Christ. This is a big thought. Your role in this world isn't just to write your story. You are literally the love story that God is pushing out around you. A couple things about letters. Letters are delivered to specific places. Remember today, where you live, where you work, who your neighbors are, really is specifically assigned by God. He delivers particular letters, each of you, to particular places. Letters have specific destinations. Wherever it is today, that's where God wants you to be his love letter for Jesus. Another thing about letters. Letters need to communicate. Letters are intended to communicate. Letters aren't just a a billboard, right? Letters go and get put into the hands of the recipients. So, last thought, how are you, that is specifically sent to a specific place, how are you getting your life into the hands of others around you? That's what letters do. They communicate something from the sender, God, to the people that they are sent to or delivered to. Amazing role, amazing task, amazing responsibility. You are a love letter. God putting himself, his life, his gospel into the world through you. What will that look like for you today and this week? Probably need to do some praying on that. I know I do. We'll see you next time.